Kawhi getting the block on one hand, finishes the fast break on the other with this nice little dunk to cap it.
6 straight 30-point game for Kawhi Leonard. I know Nick has been on him about load management all season. Last few weeks has been more load than management. Kawhi Leonard is balling right now.
He was excellent yesterday. It was one of the best 12 out of 29 performances in the NBA this year. There's no doubt about it.
Bowling Green, Eastern Michigan. Qwon Plowden bodies the defender.
Look at that. This is what you get for trying to take one of these charges, kiddo. Either contest or get out the way, or else you're going to get and one and show up on the highlights. Hey, I mean, just awful. Great job by the offensive player, though. Oh.
All right, Duke in Miami. Cassius Stanley with an absolutely absurd alley-oop jam.
That is playing above the rim right there, Jenna. Now, that's bad defense by the other team. I don't know what they're standing around looking at, but that's a big play by Cassius Stanley off the inbound. Getting up.
Pass, too. That's a great play, great catch, cock it back. That was great.
Candy, little in or out?
Why not, Jenna? Let's do it.
Here we go. Once again, the Cowboys are negotiating against themselves. Stephen Jones said that Dak Prescott's deal is the team's #1 priority. Candy, you went around on the Cowboys still being able to compete for a Super Bowl if they make Dak the highest paid player in the NFL.
Jenna, I'm out, and it's not because I don't believe that you can win with a quarterback like Dak Prescott, because I think he can, but you have to have all the other areas of your team above average, and if you're paying a quarterback $33, $34, $35 million, you're going to lose some other pieces, so the Cowboys won't be as talented as they were this past year, so I'm out on them making Dak Prescott the highest paid player in the league.
Look, the market is what the market is, so if they want to keep him around, they're going to have to pay him, and they're going to have to pay him based off of what other people like him make. So I'm in on this, and the one thing I like about Dak is everything I've heard about his character, his work ethic, and his ability to continue to get better. Let's see what he does in the new offensive system. If you want him around, you got to pay him.
I agree that if they want to keep him around, they're going to have to pay him a ton of money, a franchise tag, a long-term extension. But I'm out because I think if you do that, you are not going to have the pieces that he needs around him to compete for a championship. Listen, I think Dak is in that same tier as Jimmy Garoppolo. You can say, oh, Jimmy Garoppolo's competing for a championship. Yeah, he is. The big balloon cap hits of his payment of his contract were last year and coming up in the future. This year it's in a bit of a valley, if you will, and they've got so much talent that is still on cheap deals. Nicky Bosa's a superstar. He's on a rookie deal. George Kittle is a superstar. He's on a rookie late-round pick deal. The Cowboys don't have those benefits. They've paid everybody already, so they're going to have to pare away guys from their roster, so I'm out on their ability to win a Super Bowl, compete for a Super Bowl if they pay Dak.
All right, yesterday, Patriots owner Robert Kraft told TMZ, quote, "We plan to keep Brady in New England." However, Tom Brady said he's going to be open-minded when he's a free agent. Canty, you in or out on Brady returning to the Pats next season?
Yeah, I'm in on Tom Brady coming back. The Patriots don't have an alternative, and I don't think that Tom Brady really wants to go anywhere else to play. I think that this is posturing. He wants to be respected by the organization, and players feel respect by the way you pay him. He's been at a below-market deal for the last several years. I think he wants to get paid and be recognized as one of the best quarterbacks in the game.
I get advice when I became a head coach, said, look, when you go home at night, you got to be happy. And if your assistant coaches are unhappy, tell them to go get their own head coaching job. And he said, now on the flip side, the owner needs to be happy. And if you don't like that, go buy your own team. And so when you hear the owner say that he wants him around, then I think he's going to be around. Because at the end of the day, if you don't like it, go buy your own team.
Yeah,
Great point, Coach.
I don't think Belichick buy his own team, but Belichick might find a new team if this gets meddled with again. I think Belichick's made his feelings clear on this when he didn't give Brady an extension 8 months ago. I'm out. I am not convinced Brady wants to be back. I think Brady might have said I've taken less for you for what? I've done more than any player for any organization in the history of the league, and you treat me with this level of disrespect, not making me sing for my supper, and then not even giving me my supper when it came to the contract extension. So I think Brady is going to see if the grass is greener and decide it is. I'm out.
All right, the 49ers defense has been one of the best units in the NFL all season. They'll face a really tough test in Super Bowl 54 against the explosive Chiefs offense. Kenny, you in or out on the 49ers being the team best equipped to slow down Kansas City?
Jenna, I am in, and it has everything to do with the defensive line for the 49ers. They've got 4 players this year that had 6.5 sacks or more. That's the best in the NFL. They have depth on that defensive front so they can roll those pass rushers so they stay fresh throughout the game. if you're going to slow down the Chiefs, you have to cut the head off the steak. You got to hit Pat Mahomes. The 49ers defense can do that.
You know, if you look at the whole league, I would have chosen New England, and then they held them to 23 points during the course of the season. I know they got out early to a lead, but then they were able to shut them down. I think as each time that they play an opponent, it gets a little bit better and it gets a little bit harder for that quarterback, so I would have taken that.
Yeah, and in the Super Bowl, I would understand that as well because you have that extra time to prepare, throw in some defense. Belichick saw in 1983 that nobody has seen since.
Oh, he probably ran.
Right. And so I understand that, but I am going to go with Canty and the horses of the Niners. I don't think there's a coverage you can play against a healthy Patrick Mahomes that can effectively slow him down. No, if there is, no one's done it yet. But anyone can be slowed down with a violent pass rush, with a ferocious pass rush. That's what the Niners have better than New England, so that's why I'm in.
Will they keep him in the pocket?
Well, right. Nobody's been able to yet.
Will they keep him in the pocket?
Coach, we'll see you a little bit later. Coming up, will Zion dominate in his NBA debut tonight? That's next on First Things First.